Welcome to the Drop Temp Coffee Podcast. I'm Tim.
And I'm Keri.
And we're two coffee roasters in the Pacific Northwest talking about the coffee business, the joy of being an entrepreneur, all things coffee roasting, and our coffee culture, and maybe coffee itself. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you listening.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Drop Temp Coffee Podcast. It's been a while since we talked to you all, and with my co-host, let me introduce you to...
I am Tim, the owner of Blind Coffee Roasters.
And we are so happy that we are back, and where the hell have we been?
Where the hell have we been? Oh my gosh. Well, first, let's say hello and thank you to Primo Coffee Roasting Equipment for sponsoring us. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Second, where have we been? I'll tell you what, we've been growing like crazy.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of business, a lot of coffee going through our place. As a matter of fact, recently, we did very well Golden Bean, as did you.
I did. For those who don't know, Golden Bean North America is a roasting competition. They have competitions throughout the world, and they have one in North America where you compete with roasters in Canada and throughout the United States. And it was my first time entering into the competition. As a result, I won a silver medal in my category, which was single serve coffee. Can you go in a little bit deeper about what Golden Bean is all about?
Yep. So Golden Bean is a worldwide competition, largest coffee roasting competition in the world. The categories generally include things like immersion, which would be pour over or drip coffee, espresso, milk-based espresso, alternative milk-based espresso, K-Cups, which is a new category this year. By the way, congratulations.
Thank you.
Generally, those 5 categories are for the smaller roasters. They also have a division for larger roasters where they do the same 5 categories, and then you can combine all those points together to talk about your final placement. By the way, congratulations. Silver medal is an amazing accomplishment.
Well, no, honestly, it was really awesome. I actually submitted about 3 different coffees. The coffee that won the silver medal was kind of a last minute split decision kind of entry. And it was because it was a newer category. They didn't have quite the entries that they were anticipating. So they were asking people like, hey, we still have room in this category for the single serve K-Cup category. And if you want to submit your coffee, go for it. And I said, well, I got nothing else to lose. And I submitted my Emu is Emo light roast Ethiopia coffee into the competition as a last minute split decision. I didn't roast to prepare for competition. It was just coffee I roasted. And they had a live stream event where they announced the winners online. And when they said Elliott and Murray Coffee Roasters, along with Canterbury Coffee, which is a coffee company in Canada, we both tied for second place. So I just remember I jumped up out of my couch because it was live streaming on my TV. I was crying. I was happy. I was very joyous at that moment. And it really validated how I am as a roaster. So it was great.
Okay, so first of all, let me offer some validation. Anybody that enters this competition is valid. You can't join unless you're a valid roaster. So take the compliment. Second of all, don't let her undersell this. Second place out of about 100 roasters, out of about 125 coffees. That's an amazing accomplishment. And don't underestimate it. When you don't win a medal, they also give you feedbacks which help you grow. We were at the other end of that. We had entered 9 coffees. That's about where we enter every year. I made sure that my associate roasters entered coffees, and we won 9 medals. And we ended up being the top finishing roaster in Oregon and ended up making top 10 in North America.
Now that is an accomplishment in itself. So you've worked hard for it for many years. You've entered coffee over the many years that they've had the competition. So, you did awesome. You and your team did a great job. You have some talented roasters on your team. So congratulations to you on that.
Appreciate that. Now, I'll tell you what, I don't want to crush anything. You tell people about the brand.
The brand. Oh, my brand.
Yes, your brand. Let's hear it.
Where do I begin? I have to say 2023 was a year of transformation for me. And with that, there was a lot of embracing, discovering, and letting go and being transformative into my branding. With that being said, I'm no longer the owner of Elliott and Murray Coffee Roasters. I am now the owner and founder of Roasted by Mom Coffee.
I love that so much. I loved it since the day you came up with it.
Thank you.
I think that ties in really well, especially with naming criteria. Your names of coffee are hilarious.
Yeah, I did a whole revamp of not only the name of the company, logo, branding, the names of the coffees changed quite a bit. There were a few coffees that I didn't change their names, but I kept it. So the few names that I have changed was I had a natural process Honduras coffee, which I call Hot Mess Mama. The Brazilian coffee that I didn't really change. I've always had on the menu, but it was part of that transformation. That was Mom Goes Nutty. There was, I added Sumatra back onto my menu after being absent for so long, and that's called Badass Mama. I've added a few coffees. I have a Colombia coffee called Madre Tierra, which is Mother Earth in Spanish. I also have Mas Palani Sunrise, which is a India coffee, and the Ma spelling is the traditional spelling in Hindu. So I'm really incorporating and embracing myself as a mother in motherhood, but I'm also representing women in coffee. That's really the basis of it, because there's less than 40% of women-owned and operated coffee companies in the whole entire world. And for me, I feel that there is an empowerment with motherhood, being a woman, and being able to be in an industry that's so male heavy and being able to do what the boys can do. I can roast amazing coffee just like anybody else. And I wanted to be a representation of women. And that was really the most impactful thing about Roasted by Mom is it's not only just like a branding thing, but it's actually really more of a statement of saying, hey, moms can do it all.
I think that's a lifestyle. Like I said, I love the branding. I love what you've done. And it's something we've always agreed on. Like one of the episodes we did previously was women in coffee, talking about the roles of women in coffee. And we've always supported that. My two associate roasters are both female. The rest of my staff is also female, because female roasting is an art form, as you show every day. And I think that women influence the way coffee tastes much more so they might give credit for. A good example of that is that our recipes have been influenced very heavily by my assistant / business manager, Sharia, who made us go down a couple of notches. We've kind of lightened up our roast. So one of my favorite coffees currently is a coffee from Brazil that has, we talk about process. It's a honey process coffee, nice sweetness, but the sweetness didn't come out if you went past a certain point. So we wanted to make sure that it tasted better. Man, we tasted some coffees.
Well, you've added quite a bit of variety onto your menu as well. You have a Colombia geisha, blackberries, black tea kind of notes to that. I think that's really awesome. You also have the Dominican honey. You have, the Dominican black honey. Is that right?
No, it's actually the Dominican fruitcake. It's okay. It was a little change. So then we have black honey, which is from Nicaragua. We have a bunch of great everyday drinkers too. We have coffees, again, from Brazil, from Nicaragua washed. We have a Dominican Republic washed coffee, which is the sister of the fruitcake. We have coffees right now from Mexico. We've been raising a whole bunch of money with that coffee from Mexico. We have partnered up with Identity Euphoria. It's a non-profit out of Gresham, Oregon that needed lots of support. It helps teens in crisis. And one of my prouder moments. Those guys have been fantastic.
Yeah, that has taken off. And Tim was actually on TV.
Yeah. Oh, the interview. Wow.
Dive
it's
into.
Been a while.
Talk about the interview that you had on the local news station here in Portland.
Okay, so Channel 6 in Portland is a public television station. It's been around for many, many decades, and it's the NBC affiliate in the Portland area. We were invited to go in and do an interview, which we did on a recorded. By the way, you can look that up under Channel 6 Portland Blind Coffee Roasters and see the interview. They're very nice to us. And we were able to talk a little bit about ending up finishing so high in the Golden Bee North America. That happened at the tail end of August of last year. Wow, it really has been a while since we've gone. Where the hell have we been?
Where the hell have we been? What else has happened?
How about the cafes open 7 days a week now?
Yeah, our cafe is open officially 7 days a week. Tim is working part-time at the cafe Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. I'm still working my usual shift Thursday through Sunday. And we're trying to keep it open 7 days a week because we want to not only have more of an outreach of folks who can't make it on the weekends, and we want to be a spot that people can come and grab a cup of coffee and they get freshly roasted coffee from myself and Tim, and then Capital Press Coffee as well. But we are also, I can't give much detail.
Oh, don't give away any
I can't give away anything, but what I can tell you is that we are doing a really nice uplift in our cafe. And in the next couple of weeks or so, the transformation is happening, which is really going to be a wow factor.
By the way, stay tuned, y'all. If you want to come in and check us out, please do. I think you'll be impressed. It's coming.
It's coming.
So, yeah, we finally responded Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We finally responded to the number one question we've been asked over the last several years, which is, where can we drink your coffee? So we figured we'd go in and answer that question and start serving our coffee out of the espresso bar. Honestly, the people have been super responsive. It makes us want to stay open. And right now you can catch us Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. if you happen to be in Hillsborough. Please come by.
Please come by. We're in the middle of an industrial business park, but, honestly, it's pretty easy to find. At first, it's kind of intimidating because it's an industrial business park. But once you find where we are, which we're really close to the main street, easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah, you can't really ignore us anymore once you find us.
Exactly. I mean, we're next to a brewery. We're next to a professional WWE wrestling school. I mean, we're close by some quirky businesses.
So much entertainment, right? So much entertainment. I'm telling you. Well, and that's the thing, right? We are a carry-out cafe, at least at the moment. Maybe. I don't know if we're going to change that. We might. Who knows?
Who knows? Hint, hint, wink, wink.
But we, this week, for instance, we're featuring a coffee that we both love. Honestly, it's been fun. We've been getting some great reviews. We've been getting people to come in and like what we're doing. And the vibe is great. People have really been enjoying coming in.
It was nice that you came up to me and said, hey, I want to start taking over the cafe. I don't know if it's going to work. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. I don't know, but I'm going to try. And actually, surprisingly, since you've been there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we've gotten a good amount of people coming through.
Well, it's a nice, we say, validation for what we're doing as well. I'm really pleased with the kind of response that we're getting. What else has been going on with you over the last bunch of months?
Oh, man. Well, I mean, there's a lot of rebranding going on, packaging changes, name changes, website changes. Gosh, just a slew of things that have been kind of transforming in the background.
If you go to our websites, you may not see obvious changes, but you will see a bunch of them. I like the idea that you made, which was making the shopping experience better. I think you've definitely done that. I have more respect for that amount of work.
We're thinking of the customer and the side of things and kind of looking at their point of view on how they would walk into the space, how they would feel, all the kinds of things. And after talking with regulars that have been coming into the shop for like beans and cups of coffee, getting their input, I think, ultimately I had an idea of like what's going to represent all of our coffees and what is going to help attract people to come in and then come back again. It's people wanting to return, right? I mean, people already return. They love the energy that we bring. They love the environment. of what we have now, but how can we amplify it and we can have more people coming through the doors?
Well, I think a couple other things beyond the fact that we both put in stellar coffee, and I do mean stellar. I think the addition of some small bite foods. For instance, you just brought in a new cookie brand.
Yeah, I brought in a local women-owned, veteran-owned cookie company called Ray's. They're based out of Tigard, and they are the subdivision of Grove Cookie Company, which is also based out of Tigard. And they offer like sprinkle cookies, Oreo cookies, chocolate chip cookies. And I ordered a few flavors. I got the chocolate chip and the sprinkle, and the cookies are phenomenal. They're great.
Yeah, honestly, nice compliment to our coffee.
And guilt-free muffin tops.
Yeah, because muffin tops are guilt-free.
That's right. No shame
None.
in a muffin top.
By the way, we will not shame you if you eat in front of us.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Just wash it down with some coffee.
That's right.
I think that the amount of time that we spent thinking about what we're doing and how to represent our brands and how to attack or look after people who are looking to buy great coffee is great. But I'll tell you what else we've seen is a number of educational opportunities. We've had a bunch of people coming in to want to use our roaster or learn more about roasting. I love doing that.
Yes, we actually had a visit from folks from the Canby Adult Center from Canby, Oregon, which is about 45 minutes away from where we are. It was really nice. We had the folks come in and we did kind of a educational speak where I kind of talked about the transparency of the coffee supply chain, and you took on more of like how the operation of a roaster works, and you actually turned the roaster on and we roasted some decaf coffee because we realized that we didn't have any decaf at that moment, and people were asking, do you serve decaf? And Tim's like, well, might as well seize the opportunity, fire up Oscar, throw in some decaf beans and make the magic happen.
It's kind of special to see people who had never thought about how coffee is roasted see what actually happens. So many other things. I've added 3 additional employees since the last time.
You did, yes.
You know, go figure. We're up to 6 employees. We've added a bunch of farmers markets. We're going to make our accessibility a little bit higher. We're going to be in front of people a lot this year.
And one of those employees is our podcast producer.
Yep. Thank you, Jada.
Bo Sharia. Everybody's fantastic. From Blind Coffee Roasters, by the way. With all that being said, we have a podcast producer that's really going to help us amplify Drop Temp Coffee to somewhere that we weren't able to get to because of our schedule constraints. And we really want to amplify Drop Temp Coffee, and that's why we're coming back and making Drop Temp Coffee happen again. We've had people ask us, what are you going to do with the podcast? When is it going to happen? And we're like, I don't know.
The business side of this is that we want to provide to people an opportunity to promote their businesses by contacting us. We would love to talk about what you do.
We are both micro roasters, according to coffee industry. Macro is if we're roasting like what, 1,200 pounds a week or some I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that line
could we
process.
Get a definition of that? I have no idea.
I don't know either. I just know that we are considered small micro coffee roasting companies, right? And for us, what's really important is getting out there, getting to meet people, showing people our brand, which I'm working on because I have imposter syndrome, which I'm trying to get better at. That's one of the things that's transformative in 2023 going into 2024, right? Is getting out there more often. I'm manifesting, right?
Right.
Right. And we want to give an opportunity to small micro coffee roasters out there that have exceptional gifted talents when it comes to roasting amazing coffee and being able to give a platform for that business to promote their product and, you know, have their coffee and talk about their coffee, talk about their brand.
We also have another surprise, and we're going to bring in a third body. We have a third person that's coming in. Hold on. Okay.
Listen, guys, listen. As much as you love myself and Tim, we do have a third permanent host that's going to be joining us very, very soon. We're kind of working on a few scheduling things, but I can't say anything right now.
Yeah, we are a little limited, but keep an ear out because they're bringing someone in with a really great perspective and someone we both like a lot.
Oh, totally. Really awesome individual. They have a really great perspective, well-knowledged into the coffee industry. And honestly, this person we definitely vibe with.
By the way, while we're talking about other people, I want to give acknowledgement to Jen and Stacy, who are nice enough to run deliveries for me because we actually have them on staff as well. I'm super excited about where we're going right now. I know that you're very excited about yours, right? We had a great year and we're going to have another great year coming up.
We are just really pumped to be back and being able to share our perspectives.
So we're planning to do this podcast every 2 weeks at this time. And we're going to go public with that just so we know what's coming up. As we speak right now, the coffee world is a little challenged. We've seen a number of countries that are having less than stellar years in growth. I think the vast majority of us might talk about that as saying...
There's a lot of variables with coffee.
Yeah.
It could be political turmoil. It could be climate change. Importing, exporting can be a little difficult. There's a slew of things that we can always talk about.
Yeah, that's right. As we kind of get to the point where we're going to bring this to an end, I want to first of all say thank you to everybody for being super patient. Drop Temp is a collaborative effort between Keri and I and other people to try to bring to light the things that we find interesting and important, certainly. And we want to invite you to let us know what you think. Also, please contact us. Let us know what you'd like to hear about.
You're more than welcome to send us a direct message through Drop Temp Coffee on Instagram. That's the handle.
You can always reach out to us on Instagram at Roasted by Mom for Keri and Blind Coffee Roasters for me. Listen to anything you have to say. Please drop us a line. Love to hear it. With that, I would like to say a big thank you to our primary sponsor, Primo Coffee Roasting Equipment. We love you guys. It's Brandon and Christian. Looking forward to talking to you soon, and thank you very much for your support. With that said, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. See you on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us. If you like our podcast or our coffee, give us a 5-star review whenever you listen to podcasts. You can order our coffee at blindcoffeeroasters.com or roastedbymom.com. Got a question for us? Go ahead and email us at hello@droptemp.coffee.